Hello, everybody.
Well, Uwe got the Ukrainian Air Force colors. That's cool.
Test. Okay, now the sound's working. Okay, so we just gotta start over here kind of stuff. Sound wasn't working at first. So this is the map here. Start height is 20. Okay, it's like it's like a start, one turn, and go to the finish. Okay, so the weather, winds are coming from the south, 23 kilometers per hour. You got thermals high, and maximum cloud is like 20,000 meters. Medium, wide, normal. Okay, waves, which we don't really care about because I don't think we're going to be using much stuff. I think it's going to be basically okay, so 18 meters. That goes to my trusty Ventus 3. Fill it with water. Okay, and then like 15 kilometers for icon distance, tow. Cloud flying's allowed, so if it's only a 20 like ceiling cloud thing, I can go into the cloud and fly now. And with this plane version, it's got a artificial horizon. Okay, PDA, blah blah blah.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Okay. All right. Thought it go so fast, but I gotta get in there. Okay. Getting into the map again.
You're showing up more now. That's kind of nice, Chris.
All right, let's join. Let's hope everything's working. Put on my headset.
So again, the question: what is your opinion about the World Cup task from yesterday?
Challenging but fair.
Yeah, I think it was a good, interesting task, but I should have turned back and started again. I lost an awful lot of time in the beginning.
Yeah, it was a tough task, but it wasn't really a difficult task.
No, I think if you took the trouble to get some height just after the start, then it was fairly straightforward.
Okay, I got the sound in my headset now. Okay.
What happened to you, Tim?
Oh, I hit a mountain.
Oh, the stupid mountains. They are in place, always.
The famous, it's a good thermal. I can make a full circle here.
Oh, who put that
I know
mountain
those.
there?
See, that's the problem I have when I go to a mountain or when I go to a cloud that's the closest mountain. I'm always like, going for the turn, right? I pull up the turn and kind of stuff. I'm always afraid that I'm gonna stall and smack into the mountain. So that's why I'm really leery about doing that thermal.
And you'll never do that in real life, of course.
Yeah.
But in Condor, sometimes you can pull it off.
Yeah, because the consequences are not that grave.
Your Condor 3 is going to include a hardcore mode that deletes your plane from your account if you crash. You need to rebuy it.
That would be fun.
For some of us, that could get quite expensive.
I just think of it, how big, how annoying of a support issue that'd be. You'd have people complaining, there was lag, the server crashed, and my plane was deleted.
Of course, I said that just as I came back in the game.
There's a show that's it's within the not Star Wars, but Battlestar Galactica world kind of stuff. It's a spin-off show, and it depicted the start of the Cylons, right? And Earth before the Cylons, or not Earth, but the world of the galaxy and stuff. But it had like a game. It was a game online, and if you died in that game, you could never get back in. I forget the name of the show, but it was a pretty good show. It was a TV show.
I'm still confused because I distinctly remember Cylons being shiny chrome robots with eyes that go back and one glowing eye that goes back and forth. I don't know where all this weird new stuff for Cylons comes from.
Well, it was a new, like, new.
I know. I've never seen or watched the rebooted Battlestar Galactica. So
the reboots.
All I remember is the original stuff.
You just remember Starbuck from original.
Oh, I tried to watch some of it a long time ago. Not too long ago. It was on. I can't remember if it was on Netflix or wherever it was on. It was on some channel. We were like, let's watch a few episodes, and we gave up. It immediately went to. It was just so corny, not in a sci-fi corny kind of way, but just soap opera corny type stuff.
Yeah, the show is called Caprica. That's what it was called, Caprica. Yeah, and the planet was Caprica.
Yeah, that's where they originated from.
Yeah.
The Buck
But
Rogers show.
this new Galactica sci-fi, I mean, new. It's probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
It was actually really good.
No, I've heard good things about it. I just we weren't watching. I don't even didn't watch TV when it was out, and yeah, we just haven't. We've got the Buck Rogers series on DVD because it's just so campy. It's kind of humorous.
Yeah, I always liked that show. Like you said, it's campy, but I always liked it when it first came out, and I kind of liked the reruns too. Nostalgia.
Cloud flying allowed, right?
Yep.
Yes. But I don't really see. Okay, there's some clouds finally. Because I don't think we're going to be able to do ridge sowing because like the course doesn't really line up with it. So I think it's going to be pretty much like thermals.
My son is trying to get me hooked on The Expanse.
I read the books. Books are much better.
I didn't know there were any books.
Yeah, I read the books about 10 years ago. Or no, not that long. 5 years. 5 years. And when I finished, my sister called me. She said, "You know those books you were recommending? there is a TV show now." Okay.
Okay.
Hey Mike, just in
What is
case.
it? Which show?
The Expanse.
Ah, The Expanse. Okay, yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, the first season is quite noir, and it's really good.
If you don't mind black and white, there's a really, really good old German sci-fi show that was basically contemporary with the original Star Trek. It's Space Patrol Orion. It's only 7 episodes, unfortunately, but it's actually really good.
What was that, C-Fin?
I don't know if you know this or not, but your die brakes are out.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. I'm right behind you.
I didn't realize that about the time it took half the runway and still not even beginning to get airborne.
There was a British show in early 80s, Blake 7.
I was just thinking of that when you mentioned it.
They had it on public broadcasting here in the U.S. I don't remember ever watching it.
Well, it's like a Robin Hood in a space.
I think it was like on before or after Doctor Who or something.
The Blake 7 was after Doctor Who.
No. I'm just saying, when it was broadcast here, like on public on a public broadcasting channel, it was like, I think it would be like in the time slot similar to Doctor Who. But, I mean, it was on reruns and stuff.
I remember Moonbase Alpha. I think it was British as well. Lo-fi, sci-fi.
Low sci-fi. I didn't see that one.
UFO was another. That was a it was a
Blake 7, my parents didn't allow me to watch because it was late at night. It was 9 o'clock broadcasting, and they were saying, "Oh, this show is a bit too much."
It's funny that you say stuff like that, though, because remember, Sean Connery, the first Bond, and that stuff, right? And, yeah, my parents wouldn't let me go see that movie because it was so risque, kind of stuff. And of course, now that you see it, it's like so tame that it's considered so tame, but it's just weird how things change over the years, kind of stuff, as opposed to these sort of things, how something's risque and now it's just, oh geez, you can let your little 5-year-old kid see it,
Yeah,
No,
it's the same with the music.
No, I'm just thinking of Zardoz. There is a interesting Sean Connery movie.
What happened to Geared?
I don't know.
He landed and disconnected.
Connected and disconnected.
Well, yeah, there's no join now. I mean, this is
Yeah,
like,
I had no controls in VR, and I found it back and landed at the airport and hoped I can restart, but it was not possible.
The third server may still be open.
sorry, Garrett, that sucks. Been there, done that.
That's
Yeah, I had problems with my sound, so I had to go back in and back out and back in like 3 times, and that's why I'm on the very end of the line.
No, yeah, Garrett, the join time has ended.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you might, if you want to try, you might try the third server. The third one should still be open, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I hope that they fixed the trim so that it doesn't change when you go into autopilot in Condor 3.
They say there is no autopilot in Condor 3. So it will not affect you.
Oh, great.
The P key jettisons the wings on Condor 3.
So the end of bio breaks if they take away autopilot.
Yeah.
I wish when you're playing single player, you could turn autopilot on. I mean, I know you can pause it, but depending on what you're doing, if you're not, if you know you're just flying straight anyway, it's like, I'd rather have the autopilot on. especially since we actually do have a glider that has autopilot. The Stingray has autopilot.
Yeah, especially an altitude hold would be nice.
Well, wasn't there a kind of sci-fi spoof called Firefly?
Yeah, I wanted that. That's pretty good.
It was a cowboy thing.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Yeah, it's actually, I've never watched it. I never liked it, but it's quite popular with like fan kind of stuff. It's got a big cult following. I don't think it was on that long.
No, I think it only went for one season.
In the south part of the start sector is a new cloud if anyone needs one.
I need one.
Yeah, I'll put trails on and mark it. It just formed a cloud.
I gotcha. Thank you.
No, I mean, if you're already when it's working, it's fine. It just formed. I was just back getting a little bit more distance so I could get a better start, and saw it pop up right in front of me.
Is cloud flying allowed?
Yes.
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 Thanks.
I always say if you can find the cloud with a cockpit, you can fly it.
Yeah.
That one over there any good, Rich?
Not to it yet.
Oh, good Lord.
Just got to it. Doesn't feel bad.
I was in one right over the start line, but it wouldn't take me over 2,000.
Well, I was looking to see if anybody would make a run early to get over that mountain range, and really, there's only one guy that I think tried it. He's not too successful either. There was a guy that, I'm talking about somebody that went south from the beginning, trying to ride the ridge up and over.
Oh, which server? Are you on our server or a different server?
Yeah, I'm on his server. Hotel Mike Bravo is one guy. He might make it.
I don't know. I'm at the ridge already.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
User joined your channel.
Very cool, John.
I don't know how well it's gonna work. It's not actually that steep.
Yeah, so I wouldn't think any of it's like any of all that steep, according to the map, of course, what the map looks like and what it looks like in real life, two different things sometimes.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking, it's, even if I'm going to take thermals, flying along the ridge will be still lift all the time as opposed to being out in the open where there's, at best, probably no ridge lift.
What do you think, Rich?
I'm going for it, Mike.
Good afternoon.
Alles geht so.
Hey.
That's good too.
Alles geht so?
Hi, boys.
Long time no see. How are you?
Hi, I'm on the other server because they kicked me. I don't know why. It's lots or somewhere else. I don't know.
And happy birthday, man. And congrats for a new flight, for a new plane.
We are all playing the Chin Chin.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I got a glider today, boys.
Oh, congrats.
A discus.
Wow.
A real glider?
Yep, a real one.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Of course, not alone, but it's okay.
Starting was nothing special, was it?
No, wasn't really worth the stop.
Are you restarting,
And when
Zerko?
will you
Oh,
be testing your new discus schizo?
Well, now it's cold, and I think it's in some months, because we have also to do a extensive check of the structure.
Yeah, of
It
course.
was 2 years stopped, so
Oh, yeah.
we have the arc. It's flyable on the paper, but would you trust a glider that does not fly for 2 years?
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I'm going in, Stefan.
No, I thought you already started. Are you restarting or are you just starting now?
I'm just starting now.
Yeah, I couldn't get high enough, so I'm just gonna start.
Same here.
Otherwise, we'd be out of sync with the clouds, maybe.
Yeah, you too, Schizo.
So you're over the mountain range, John?
Yeah.
How is it over there?
It's actually not too bad on Ridge. Now, this ridge isn't the most straight ridge, so it kind of wanders back and forth a little bit. But
It's just a world, like
Oh, it's really taking the wrong route.
I just passed up a 4.5 on the straight line thermal. I hope that was a good idea.
You'll find out in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think even less, actually.
I did stop a couple of times to climb a little bit. I didn't go all the way to cloud base. I just went big enough to make sure I can get on the ridge at a reasonable altitude where it was working.
I should have taken that thing.
No, you passed me, Zerko.
Have I?
Yeah. Because you started way after me.
Well, there is a couple of clouds I'm interested in. In one of them is Chris, and he won't tell me what's the strength of the cloud.
3.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Thank
heading.
you.
That's what I'm heading for. But there's like another cloud next to it, kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go for.
Ooh, that was close.
It looked it.
I might be in trouble. The first cloud I went to didn't have anything. So hoping these clouds go.
Sorry, Jean.
Okay, this one's working for me.
Went 2.5, and now I'm at 3 meters.
Thank you, Chris.
So a question to the flyers, but the flaps L is landing or is langsam?
It depends on the glider.
Eh?
In the
Langsam.
JS3, it's Lansum.
Okay, so I can also use it for turning the terminals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such as the Ventus or the Arcus. Yeah. So the ASG 29. On that one, you will see how radical the flap, how the flap angles down. So this is really for landing.
And for the Arcus, I did not copy the last thing.
As well.
Okay, so also for the Arcus, okay.
W20, for example, this is definitely a landing configuration, which is easy to see if you look at it. Yeah?
Or when you put the L.
Yeah.
ASW20, you'll know that is not for
Oh,
thermally.
Yeah, and the EB as well. The EB and the ASW20, yeah, it's definitely not for thermaling.
Yeah, that's correct, because with the EB, I noticed that the descent rate is worse when I have the landing,
Same with
the
the
L
EB,
flaps.
Now, like the LS3, I'm not really sure. It works for thermaling. I don't know that it's any better though, because on the LS3 it raises the outboard flaps go back up, so it's probably more for landing.
The LS3 just goes to 20 degrees. Doesn't have an L.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying on the lowest setting though, on the LS3, the ailerons go back up, the outboard flaps go back up to for a little bit more roll control.
Yeah.
So when you have like landing flaps, when do you deploy them? Just as you come into the runway, or way before, or
On your approach.
your final approach?
Yeah, in principle on your final approach, but if you're too high, I only use them on a crosswind leg as well. And at least on the SH26, the brakes by themselves are not enough. You need the landing flaps. And then once you start using the brakes, you can't really take your hand off them, so you can't select the landing. So unless you're quick. If you understood all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm at like 20. Where are you? You must be like 30 over there, Circle.
289.
That's pretty close to 30. I thought the cloud base is supposed to be like 20.
Above the ground.
Okay, right.
Also, there was a higher, very high cloud-based variation thing too.
We're stopping in, Rich?
It's about 3.
That's a little better than the last one.
Yeah, Jared, that was a good thermal.
Okay.
Landed? That's odd.
Yeah, he was down low.
Oh, Uve is right on the pass. 2 miles. 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 got a nice grassy area he set down in.
Can I borrow some of your height, John?
Trade, he's got a good speed.
Mhm.
Well, there's some fans up here on this ridge. Maybe they'll be blowing air that way. They'll get some more listeners. Hey, Richard, right? Okay. You see where I'm at?
Yeah.
If you can get there, there was a thermal on the ridge. Maybe I don't know if that's where you're winding your way up to. If it's one of those ridge thermals, maybe it'll be there a while. There was no cloud yet, but there was definitely a strong pile of lift there. But I don't know, maybe it might be because of that spot. Yeah.
So this
Probably.
may be a- just get over this little ridge here, then I think it's downhill, a bit of a deviation to the valley. So at least I can find somewhere to land.
Well, John, you're looking pretty good, except for Josh.
I was gonna say something like, I'm looking pretty good, except for someone who's going like way behind is already a little faster than I am. Maybe he's like super low.
Well, that would be his normal way of doing it.
That would be nothing new, would it?
Yeah. I don't know why I aim towards any clouds. Anytime I see a cloud going, well, I'm gonna head there and take a couple turns. It starts breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, cool.
I'm gonna be happy just to finish this one.
Yeah. Well, if this cloud doesn't work, I've had it.
I was thinking to myself, what if I was like a ruthless comparator? I'd be saying, "Don't work for Richard. Don't work. Don't work. Don't work."
And it worked at treetop height.
Wow.
Very good.
Well done.
Oh, famous last words.
Don't hit the mountain.
Like that guy.
You didn't make it, Zirko?
No. There is a guy who just crashed.
Yeah, I think I see him here. There's another guy who crashed that I can see. I'm like 7.8 kilometers behind you, Circle, and they didn't make the little corner. They didn't make the little corner that we just made.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well
Congrats,
done,
John.
John.
Congrats,
Thanks,
John.
Well done, John.
Congrats,
Very
John.
nice.
Right,
Job.
Yeah, that's why even though you left early, well, not early, but you climbed up to that one height kind of cloud. I didn't get to that height on that first cloud. Had to go to the second cloud that was like next to it to get up to like 28, and that's what kind of like saved me because I'm around the corner now. Those other guys were like just too low.
This one is good. At the beginning it was 2.5, but now it's about 3.12.
Yeah, I might be able to get there. I'm like 4 kilometers behind you.
And this is a new cloud.
Yeah, it looks new.
It formed as I was approaching.
There's another cloud to our east. It's in that little river, taking a swim. I mean another glider. Can you see it, Circle?
No, I can't see him.
This one's only about 2.5.
Wow.
Oh no.
Sorry. Did you get your cue hit?
Didn't create any damage to my glider, but yeah. Say again. Shut me down.
That's what we call friendly fire, isn't it?
Sort of. Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
So your plane didn't get damaged, Chris? Hey, Chris, your plane didn't get damaged in that collision?
No, he's outside. He's taping up his wings.
Oh.
He can't hear you now. Wait till he gets back in the cockpit.
Can you say that again, Stephen?
I was just saying that your plane didn't get damaged in that collision.
No, I didn't. My plane didn't take any damage.
See, it's like
to my surprise, because typically it's me who falls out of the sky on these occasions. Yeah.
That's the equivalent, like when you see in the movies where those guys like do headbutts, and the guy who he hits gets damaged, but you don't get damaged. But in real life, you would.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, it's not pro wrestling.
Oh, this little ridge here is not working too well right here.
Oh, Circle, you suck this one dry before I get to the top. Damn you.
Sorry, maybe it's gone over the ridge.
No, I can see holes in it. I still
Sorry,
got.
I need all the energy I can get.
Still got the 22. Not bad.
It was nice because it was really high as well.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that, Chris. I know it was my fault because I was just pulling into it.
No worries. Nothing happened here, and I'll forgive you. You know, Mike. Forgive. Okay. Forget. Never. There's a ski area here. Interesting.
Oh dear. These power lines are actually closer than I thought they were. And taller than I thought they were.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a ski area.
Man, you must have running the ridge a lot, John. That's impressive speed.
Yeah, I only took a couple thermals partially just to get onto that that ridge to begin with.
Josh is still holding his speed.
He's probably at he's probably at like 6,000 meters too. Congrats, Richard.
Thank you.
Congrats, Richard.
Congrats.
Congrats, Richard.
Congrats, Richard.
Congrats, Dennis.
Congrats.
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 Congrats,
Go
Dennis.
ahead, go ahead.
Good, Dennis. I'm not used to that call yet for you, Dennis.
Yeah, I know.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
That's it.
This one doesn't seem so good, Zirko.
No, it's not.
Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats, Bruce.
Mike.
I see you.
Richard, what you doing there?
I think I'm lost.
Okay. I thought it was a straight north from the turn point.
Oh,
I never would have been north of the blue line. I had a south route, but all these cool kids are going north, so
Nice little 4-meter climb.
Yeah, I can use it, but it's getting weaker here now.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Don't say that. I'm coming.
Yep, Josh Myers.
yep.
So low and fast doesn't always work then.
It works great until it doesn't.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Well, the deal is though, he's not willing to let up. So
No, I
he's
admire
either
the guy for going for it.
yeah, I mean, he probably could make it if he'd let up a little, but then he wouldn't win. So he's going to fly it and die or not. Second place? No way.
Nobody remembers who landed on the moon. It's the second person, or nobody remembers the second mission to the moon.
Congrats, Rich.
Congrats, Rich.
Congrats, Rich.
Congrats, Rich.
Is that a better one, Circle?
Oh, this is the one they left dying. 2 meters.
Seems like there's a cloud. I don't know. Maybe is there a cloud in front of you of that one? Because it seems like
Congrats, Chris.
Congrats, Chris.
Chris.
Because it seems new.
Yeah, there is a cloud behind me, which is new.
Okay, this must be the one I'm seeing. Because it's kind of hard to tell where you're at. Because I know you're spinning there, but you're 7 kilometers away.
Congrats, Mike.
Congrats,
Thank
Mike.
Congrats.
I think I'm now at the 4-meter terminal as you are, Mike.
Yeah, it was good.
In the south, yes.
It was about 6 or 7 kilometers from the turn point.
Now I'm 10.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, climbing this 4-2 now.
Congrats, Jumbo.
Congrats,
Thank you.
Zoko.
Congrats,
Thanks.
Zoko.
Congrats, Zico.
Yeah, congrats. Hi, Chris.
Let's see what ridges can do for me.
Ask what you can do for the ridges.
Well done, well done. I'll try not to crash into them.
Well, it won't make you feel bad, Zirko, but this one that was behind you, it's a 4.
Yeah, I know.
Congrats, John.
Yeah, I think.
Congrats, John.
Well done.
Congrats,
Thank you.
John.
Congrats, John.
Congrats, John.
Wow, excellent, John.
Good
Bravo.
speed.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. This is task for the brave. Trusting these ridges. I didn't fly much Italy, so I didn't know how the ridges fare down here.
Well, there's a lot of them, but they're not very strong.
Yeah, on some sceneries, when you low down, they don't work at all. So I
Yep.
didn't wanna. I wasn't willing to take that risk.
Yeah, the final climb for me was pretty slow. 'Cause I came in pretty low.
Yeah, congrats, Skitsko. Sorry.
Huh?
Congrats for passing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's the hard part.
Yeah, I had good luck here with a 4-meter drummer. I have good height. I have final glide. I will see.
But my goal is not to be the first, but to bring the ass home.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats, Cap.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congrats.
That's
I see jet propelled 1. Is that an exhaust?
Yes. Contrails, yeah.
Contrail.
Ooh, up's looking mighty good.
Congrats, Richard.
Congrats.
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 Richard.
Congrats, Richard.
That was more luck than judgment.
That describes most of my flights.
Congrats, Dennis.
Congrats.
Yep.
Congrats, Dennis.
You snuck into the north, Dennis.
Yeah.
Congrats, Dennis.
Okay, that little cloud was not working at all. Yeah, unless he flutters. Up is T. Weber's definitely got me.
You're the wrong way up, mate. Just a hint.
Congrats, Bruce.
Congrats. Congrats.
Congrats.
Well, John, nice job.
Yeah, very good.
Yep. Jumping over early, maybe that was the way, eh?
I don't know, yeah, I seemed to work good.
I sure thought about it. I just didn't have the cojones to go for it.
I didn't go to the absolute first rage. I went a little bit further down first, but
Yeah. I went to the very first one, and you obviously just walked away from me. By the time I was on the ridge, you were on the ridge as well and 13 kilometers ahead.
I think I only took 2, maybe 3 thermals. I just partially, just to, like I was just trying to make sure I had enough to get onto the ridges at good altitude, but I didn't climb up too high.
Yeah, sounds like a good strategy. I thought Uwe was doing well in the beginning. He sort of raced along that valley, didn't bother going over the hills at all.
I saw him trying to go through the gap, and he was down low.
Yeah. But there were some clouds that way, if I remember rightly. So... But I got saved twice, at least, by blue thermals. And one cloud which I thought was impossible to get to.
I really could have used the thermal on that last leg. I just crawled along most of the way. Just down that down the stream.
Yeah. John, with the 180, yeah.
I went to Found Glad McCready 0 and I finished. Like, I didn't get above like McCready 1 until like 10 kilometers from the finish. It was, yeah, like I said, it was very slow on that last leg.
Yeah, at least you were moving forward all the time. I was climbing, and half of the time I was flying in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely took some detours.
See you all next time.
Okay, Dennis. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
See you all. Bye.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
You have a nice little collection of Support Ukraine here, you guys. Looks nice.
I'll be there in a couple minutes to add to the collection.
We got a spot for you.
Congrats, Rich.
Congrats, Rich.
Message.
Congrats.
Rich.
Thank you.
Congrats. Hey, what'd Weber do there? Knocked our buddy out.
He hauled ass.
Yeah. Yeah, catching a thermal once. Congrats, Mike.
Yes, Mike.
That's Mike.
I would have really liked to have caught a thermal after the thermal.
Thank you.
Yeah, because basically when I turned, it was kind of it was pretty slow the entire way because I just didn't. The lift wasn't as good on the ridge on the last leg, and I was pretty low the entire way.
Yeah, but going to the south early was the key, I guess.
Yeah, the ridge actually worked pretty good once I get on. I wasn't sure how that was going to work. I saw people who went straight and were climbing, going, "Oh, maybe that was the right way." But it looks like the ridges actually worked pretty good once it got settled on.
Yeah, the wind was pretty strong as well, about 24 kilometers per hour.
Chris.
Congrats, Chris.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Interesting experience. You know, my self perception is that I didn't fly this badly. I think I did pretty well. There's just no way to keep up with these JS3s. You know? It's amazing.
Flying on a ridge was the key,
Yeah.
and now I see it on a final glide. I started with the McCready 1.5, and I ended up with the McCready 4.1, and yeah, and I didn't need to stop. So I can imagine you could fly all of it like this.
Yeah, the Antares is a beautiful airplane, but it just cannot keep up with the JS3.
Congrats, Selko.
Congrats,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Well, the wife just got home for lunch, so I'm going to go join her. Everybody have a great afternoon and great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. And
You too, Mike.
good
Thanks.
luck on the finish, Fen.
Yeah, thank you.
Ciao.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Same to
Bye,
you.
Mike.
Cheers,
I'll
Mike.
sign off as well and wish you good luck, Stephen.
Thank you.
Have a good day,
Thank
Mike,
you.
and have a good evening, Tim.
Thanks. Same
You
for all of
too.
you.
Yeah, will do. See y'all later.
Land there with a little bit of a tailwind there, Chris.
Say again, Mike.
I
Sorry,
said
say
you,
again,
though.
John.
You landed with a bit of a tailwind.
Oh yeah. Oh well, I miscalculated that. I just had a misjudgment, and the landing was long with the
User
tailwinds. That's
disconnected
right.
from your channel.
You didn't hit a building. Looks like you might have rolled through some bushes, though.
User disconnected from your channel.
Really. To see your flight track.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, nice
Congrats.
flying to you as well. Finn?
What was that?
Oh, Jelko, don't kill me.
Just a little bit scared.
Ah!
Let's see how are my brakes. Good.
They're working.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I got you bruised by 16 seconds. Man, John, that's excellent.
When we fly 80-meter class, is there any index in the calculation of the placements? Does anybody know?
Don't think so.
Looking at the results, it doesn't look like that to me either.
Well, IRL did it in 186.
Mm.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh dear. The way to rain on your parade.
Yeah.
I didn't see the airport here.
Some in the finish zone. But it's there.
It's left, a little bit left of the pole, finish pole.
Ah, now I see it. Yeah.
Back in a sec.
Yeah, he went different after. He made up. Yeah, he made a big head of on that last leg. He went a little bit. I don't know what he did. Huh? Yeah, he just went a lot faster on that last leg. I think he got a little bit. He got a little bit higher as we did. He took his little. He went northwest after the turn point and climbed a bit higher. I didn't think I had enough height to get there, so I went backtracked a little bit, and then that's what gave him a big advantage on the last leg.
These hills didn't look so high on the map.
No, they definitely didn't.
So John, you took one thermal in the beginning, but only what is it? Only like 100, 200 meters, and that's it.
Let me see. I took. Right here.
Oh, you took two, yeah.
Let me. I can't remember. Yeah, it was just two, and I only climbed a few hundred meters in.
Yeah, it was
just
two
enough so I could hit the ridges good.
Yeah. Ah, that's what they call minimalistic flying style.
Ah,
Very cool.
that's what he did. He climbed at the beginning straight away and on the ridge all the way. Didn't stop.
Yeah, when I say I climbed a couple hundred meters, yes, it was literally from like 19 to about 22.
What was your speed, John?
180.
Wow. I had 170.
I had 160 yet.
Ja, Antares, ne? Sprachen drüber.
Ja. Und ich finde, and you know what? Actually, as I said, I think I managed this task pretty well. Yeah, there's a big difference in speed. Well, it was fun. Well,
Yeah,
friends, I'm going to fly the Marburg Open contest tonight at 8 o'clock. So if anybody wants to join, please be cordially invited. Other than that, I wish you a good rest of the day and a good weekend. Yeah?
Thanks, Chris. Have fun.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye bye.
Hi, Chris.
Cheers, Chris. Bye.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, well, I'll probably make it, but like no great land speed records.
Well, you can make it. That's better than a lot of people managed that crashed out. So.
Only 8 people.
Nice landing.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, great.
Only
Is
about
that
8.
registration of your real glider?
No, I have no rear glider.
Ah, okay.
No.
Only about 8 people crashed out of a field of like 36.
See you out there. You're almost home, Stephen.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking coming up that, southern route, more in the lower reaches and not having to clear some of the higher stuff was the faster way to go. Pretty good ridges all the way. I don't know that anybody did it on the last leg. I'm gonna have to look at the fast guys.
Yeah, ciao, Schizo. Have a nice birthday evening.
Thank you very much.
See you, Garrett.
See you, Bruce.
See you, Garrett.
Ciao.
Bye, good. Take care, mate.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel.
I think I spent too much time circling.
Yeah, I think it cost Tim too. I was going to talk to him about it, but I didn't catch him. There's one place in particular, I made a bunch of time back up on him. But he was higher, but he's higher all the time, really.
I mean, I took a thermal just before the turn point, but it was 4 meters, and it gave me final glide.
Yeah, you just never know. That's what makes this so much fun.
Yeah, there's 2 thermals I took. So one was 4 meters, one was about 3.8, and I took one that was about 2.8, and I shouldn't have stopped in that one.
Yeah. I had a stinker or two.
I only stopped if it wasn't higher than 2.7-ish, I didn't stop.
Yeah, I was looking for climbs 3 meter plus, and I got 2 of them, but
Yes.
so one was just under.
Congrats, Ethan.
Thanks.
Congrats, Stephen.
Between the first mountain range, after you came over it, and you were going to jump to the second, did you take a thermal?
Yes, but that was 3.8, I think.
See, Tim did that, and that's where I caught him. A lot of people followed the ridge, stand north a little bit, and then made a sharp cut. And they just followed a ridge from there. They were able to make the sharp cut and catch a ridge, and it was really good. I kind of I didn't do the thermal. I made a lot of time, I think, on Tim. And 269, Donat Luigi.
It's interesting though, isn't it? There's a lot of times in these 172s.
Yeah, there's a cluster. Well, actually, there's really, I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's more there than anywhere in the 70s.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
never.
my friend, I'm gonna take off.
Bye, Mike.
All right,
Sorry,
Bruce, take care, mate.
Bruce, sorry.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, I never got up to the start height when I started because everybody else was like gone. So I said, oh, I don't want to get too far behind because then the thermals and stuff like that are sometimes weaker there. So I just left. I kind of started around 18 something.
Yeah, I was pretty late starting because I struggled to get up to start height. I wasn't worried about the time because it was only just, well, I don't think it was even 1 o'clock Condor time, so the thermals should still be working well.
Oh yeah, I see what Dennis did. Yeah, he went um um he went a lot further south to the very first part of the ridge, and he had to climb up in a big thermal, but looks like he had to kind of burn a lot of that altitude to get onto the ridge to begin with. Yeah, I think that I kind of went more west. Yeah, I kind of went just straight west, just a little bit south of the line. Then there was a ridge that kind of was at a 45-degree angle to the blue line. I took that on the main ridge.
Well, I looked at the task and saw that there was a ridge running across towards the main ridge about halfway down the track, and that's the way I went. But so I just spent too much time going around in circles. I should have trusted the glider, got lower onto the ridges and flown them.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you load up my flight track here.
Just looking to see if anybody else had as low of a finish as I did. I wasn't kidding. That last leg for me was I was just crawling. I think my average speed was 188 or something when I turned, and then yeah, it was just I was just basically flying it around McCready 1 or less just to keep my altitude.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about my altitude too, because like I said, I kept seeing these mountains kind of stuff, and they were like so freaking high. I go, God, they didn't look that high on the map, kind of stuff. And am I gonna be able to make them over it? Or am I gonna have enough height, kind of stuff? And so I'm comparing my flight track with yours, John.
Oh wow, okay. Junko turned at 17. He turned the turn point at 1700. I turned it about 1000 or like 975. So yeah, that's how low I was when I turned.
Yeah, so you went more south, kind of stuff, and I stayed basically on the blue line, mostly. I didn't really use the ridges all that much for climbing. I thought they were just too low. And then once you got to like 2/3 of it, then you kind of like went on the blue line. And then you went like after you made the first turn point, then you went like south again, whereas I went like northwest again, northwest more.
Yeah, I think on that the problem was I was just so low. I don't think I could have made it. But looks like some people caught a thermal there. They went when they turned. They went northwest and caught a little bit of thermal. I I went back the way I came and then just crept along. And there was a valley that went all the way to the finish. So I just went down that valley slowly.
Yeah, I caught a good thermal. I caught a good 4 thermal just before I got to the first turn point, kind of stuff, and I took it all the way up because everybody else was complaining about how low they were and how the ridges weren't working that well and kind of stuff. I said, well, I guess much higher as I can just to finish. And then I got to like 22, and I got to the turn point about 2000, and that's all I was able to kind of go. And I went a little bit northeast and caught a little bit of that big ridge, northwest ish. And I caught a little bit of that ridge, took a little bit of that, and then like I was able to go all the way home from there. But I didn't really start pushing the stick until I was like almost like 5 minutes away, because I could see I could see Bruce on the airport there, and I could see, okay, I'm gonna make it, and then I just used as much height, use all my height to get to the turn point as fast as I could, going to like the V&E line as close as I could, close as I dared.
Yeah, I've just looked at my flight tracks. I stayed high too much, much too much.
Yeah, it's like I said. I mean, it's just on this map, those mountains don't look as high, and they don't look as like thick kind of stuff. I mean, I thought, oh, I'd be able to get all those mountains. Just take a thermal just before we get there, and I'd be over them kind of stuff, and the rest of the place would be like downhill kind of stuff. But it would seem like it was like hills and stuff like all over the place, and like there at the altitude, like the ground altitude was like so high kind of stuff. So when you get to like 17, you're like you're only like 500 meters above the ground, 300 meters above the ground. So I got like too worried about getting too low, because a couple of guys, like because me and Zirkle were kind of like behind you guys, because we started late, and all those people who landed out early kind of stuff, I actually saw kind of stuff, and I was watching them on low to the ground kind of stuff, and they all like hit the mountain trying to get around that first corner. I guess it's like halfway, stuff like that, to get around kind of stuff, and they all like hit the ground. At least two of them I saw, and that one guy was in the lake over there. And so a lot of people, well, like I said, only 8 of them crashed out, but I don't think this was a task to really be too low. I think you needed to stay as high as you could, and try to take those thermals up to cloud height at least.
I wasn't sure it was going to, when I first got on there, I was like, I hadn't looked at the task beforehand, so I was like, I got on them, I was like, wait, are these actually going to be steep enough to really do anything on? And then I was like, well, even if they aren't steep enough, there'll still be lift along it and thermals, so I might as well be going along the ridge so I can catch a thermal and then stay on lift between thermals, then go to the north, where then you're going to be on the lee side of the ridge, and either you're in no lift or sink a little bit. But it turned out the ridge was steep enough to fly along.
So you mean when you first start, because you went like south-ish kind of stuff, really really sharply south, and then that's where you follow those bridges mostly in the Gatini height, those?
Well, no, I just kind of flew along the ridges. If there was a spot where the ridge stopped and there was a gap, I'd slow down and climb up higher. But I didn't know. I basically just tried to kind of maintain a fixed altitude basically along the ridge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it seems
like, you look at on the first leg, I basically stayed on almost 2,000 meters the entire time until I left the end of the ridge. Then I had to hop over to the next segment of it and then dropped a bit. That's where I started losing altitude.
Because it seemed like going that sharp away from the blue line would make your speed go down, but obviously it didn't, because you're in second place and you're like 180.
Well, it was only like 30 degrees. It was not a very sharp. Dennis is one who went almost straight south. That's right. He went south and caught thermal. The angle I went, the ridge had lift on it. It didn't work too good, but there was two little thermals I caught just to get a couple extra 100 meters just to make sure I was going to make it to the main ridge. But yeah, I wasn't too far off from the course.
I don't see. Is Dennis on here? Oh yeah, there he is. Okay.
Yeah, look at me. He went almost straight south. I think afterwards he was like, "Oh no, that was a mistake."
Yeah. Right, guys. I'm going to sort myself out some food. Good flying with you, and hopefully catch you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye, Rich.
Well, you didn't have too bad of speed. I mean, he's kind of down there with me, 60 kind of stuff.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, it's just I'd say that it just looked like this task just kind of responded well to with that glider. I wasn't trying to fly very fast. I think I was flying at Mercury 2.9 most of the time, so I was just trying to maintain my altitude, not. I wasn't trying to climb up too high above the ridge because then you start losing lift, and then I wasn't trying to fly. I wasn't doing the thing where you push really hard, fast along the ridge and stay right at the top. I just kind of was like, yeah, I'll just kind of hang out near the top and take my time. And on this one, it worked, but.
I was looking at Chris's like thing, and he kind of went almost the same way as like Dennis, but not as like not as steep because like you said, yeah, Dennis went almost. You went like 30. Dennis probably went almost like 60-ish kind of stuff towards south. But he took a thermal, like you said, right in the middle of those mountains kind of stuff. So that's probably what slowed him down. But then they went north after the first northwest-ish after the first turn point kind of stuff. So they kind of went the same way I went.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, well that's it. See you guys later. You can see how how like John went this way. He went like kind of went this way and followed those lines kind of stuff, and he had a good fast good fast speed there, and how I stayed on the the green line here was the blue line in the game, and like how even though I was going the direct path, I still was like slower. It's like because this is John's right there, and his like speed is like 180, and here I am down here, like at the 144, and like Chris is like 60. So sometimes the straight line is not the quickest. Condor. Okay, I'll see you guys later.